Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Power Grid. Power Grid is a game published by Rio Grande Games, designed by Friedemann Friese, also published by 2F Games, which I believe is his own company. Plays 2 to 6 players, ages 14 plus, 2 hours. All that seems pretty accurate. And in this game, what you're doing is you are basically trying to run a power company. I'm not going to look in the book, but you're running a power company and you're building factories of different types that will burn different types of fuel to produce power. And you're trying to also build cities out across this map. And you need to have enough power companies and resources to power your city to get money. Once a certain amount of cities have been built by a player, whoever can power the most cities at the end of the game is the winner. That's it. Economic game with some auctions, a little bit of area control with connecting routes on the board, but a lot of resource management as well. So if you want to see how it works, you can click the link in the video description. Otherwise, stick around here and we'll take a look at the components. Alright, so here are the components for Power Grid, the recharged version, which basically means it tweaks some rules and change some of the components. But it's in this weird box that they love to use, this weird, really long Friedemann Friese box. It's green, it's Friedemann Friese. The map, the board is actually double-sided, which is pretty cool. This is the USA map. On the other side is German, which it's Germany, but then the map instead of being laid out this way, it would go this way. Okay. The resources, there's the trash that's yellow, oil, coal, and then uranium down there is red. I kind of like the art on the board. It's kind of easy to read. Turn order, little Catan houses, very basic. The cards for the factories, pretty easy. That's the number 23. Takes this resource, which is uranium. It's also the color, so that's red. This is red. And in power 3, easy to see, easy to understand. The turn order card, which is over there. What you do on your turn, how much money you get when you sell. The components are pretty good. Like, I have no issues. It's a Euro game that just needs some markers. Oh, I do like these bits. Let's talk about these. So there's these cool little bits. There's a number 1 for the discount. And then whenever you want to put something on auction, cool little hammer. Or a gavel, probably. But yeah. So yeah, I like the components. They're solid. Rule book is here. I don't love it. There's some stuff that is not laid out and clarified as much as I would like. But you can figure it out. And everything you need to know is really back here. Once you get it set up, I had some issues like with the deck here. But once you get it set up, everything you know is right there. This is a pretty good turn order thing. And I have no complaints with it at all. So there we go. So those are the components for Power Grid. I mean, look at that guy. That guy is awesome on the box. Yeah, so there you go. Let's talk about what we think about the game. All right, so that was Power Grid. Those are the components. Again, I don't know again. Let's talk about it. I won't say again because I haven't said anything. So this is a Euro game of all Euro games. It is auctions, it's resource management, it's route building, it's wooden bits, moving everything around in all of its glory, and I'm a huge fan. It's not great art, but it's also not terrible. Right in my wheelhouse. Everything that Rio Grande does that I'm a huge fan of, this game does. Now, I really enjoy this game. I've played it, I think, 3 or 4 times now. And I really enjoy how it's basically a resource management game. You are auctioning to try to get better power plants so you can have the most resources to power as many cities as you're going to build. But people aren't going to make that easy for you. And you're spending money to build power plants, build cities, buy resources. So you're trying to manage your money, get the best factory that you can get. Only some of them are available. So maybe you're buying your time and just run this one city for a couple rounds till some good stuff comes out and you have enough money to buy it. Maybe you buy really a bunch of like 3 really low ones so you can produce 3 cities really quickly and get up and running. Tons of stuff you can do here with the way that the game works, and it's all very dynamic. The player order is interesting too, because first player gets first dibs on the auctions to buy these buildings. Then after that, it's going to go in reverse turn order. So last player gets first dibs of buying resources, which makes them more expensive for everybody else. Gets first dibs in putting cities on the board, which could block people out depending on the step of the game that it is. So it's an auction resource management game where turn order is of utmost importance, and I find that really interesting. My only real complaint is the rulebook could be a little clearer, but Friedemann Friese, I think a lot of his games get translated from German, and maybe the translations just aren't the greatest. Although this is the second edition or recharged edition, so they should have fixed that. But I feel like some of the setup rules in here are a little more confusing than they were in the original game, which I have played. So yeah, overall, I have no complaints with this game. It may be a little long for what it is. The rulebook's not great, but other than that, I enjoy everything about this. So I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. This is going to get an 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on our arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that is what I'm going to do. So that is Power Grid from Rio Grande Games. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.